Whether you're watching, listening or reading this, welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we're on a mission to raise £1 million for children's charities by run vlogging on consecutive days the distance of one lap around the planet. That's a staggering 40,075 kilometres. It's going to take 15 years to achieve, so a truly epic challenge. So plenty of time to raise that money. I'm also doing it barefoot style, and I'll be running at least 5k every single day. So for those regulars will know that I vlog about my passions, which are all things entrepreneurship and running, and it is a beautiful day today. It's about 5 or 6 degrees, so not hugely cold, and very little breeze, so nice running conditions. And it's Wednesday Wellbeing, where we talk about all things mindset, well-being, mental health. And today's topic is the Confidence Competence Cycle. So as always, if you like this episode, please give it a like, a comment and a subscribe, and let's get started. So, the Confidence Competence Cycle. Okay, it's cycle, and it's like yin and yang. They both work in tandem with one another and help each other in opposing ways. And it's really, really important you understand this, because when you look at things, okay, if you're not confident, it's because you have fear, okay? And fear as an emotion just gets us all sweaty and fearful, and it kind of means that we go into our own shell and freeze, don't take action. So action is the kind of common denominator here, what we're trying to use this confidence competence cycle for, and we're trying to create action. Well, if you're not confident and you're fearful, then it's highly likely you're going to be inactive. So an inaction is going to occur rather than an action, and that's what we're trying to overcome. We're trying to overcome procrastination. So if you're really struggling with confidence, how do you get more confidence? Well, you get more confidence about being more competent in that situation. So it could be that you need to learn something. So it might be that you go to a networking meeting and you're expected to go and network with complete strangers. And that's a pretty fearful environment. It's quite a scary circumstance to find yourself in if you're not familiar with the process. So you might freeze and you might kind of pretend to be on your phone, sit on the corner. We've all done it, sit in the corner and hope nobody comes up to you. But then you go away and think, right, I need to be confident the next time I go to one of those events. And so you read up on networking, you read up on conversational skills, you read up on things like this, so you become more well versed in that process. So the next time you go, because you're competent, you've learned that skill, it gives you confidence to go and do it. Okay, so really helpful there that it overcomes that inaction or that inability to kind of overcome your fear. You're now more confident because you have competence. And at the same time, by being more confident at that process, it means you'll become more competent at it, because confidence is what drives action. Okay, so the more action you take, the more repetition or the more practice you'll get at doing whatever the scenario requires of you, and as a result you become more confident because of it. So this is how they link together, and it's really important people understand this, because inaction and procrastination can be overcome by both of these points. Some people can just kickstart themselves into confidence, put themselves out of their comfort zone. Other people will overcome that by learning more about that situation, so they become more confident in dealing with what that situation is going to present, because fear usually comes from the unknown. If you're not experienced in something or competent at it, you don't know what the outcome's going to be, and that's quite a scary prospect. Or you have very little knowledge of what the outcome could be. Okay, if you have an understanding of all of the different outcomes and you understand what the worst case is, and the worst case isn't really that bad, it can give you that boost to kind of go, right, I'm going to do it. And I think that's something that people need to understand. So, hope this is useful, and it gets your mind thinking that if you are struggling with procrastination, then you need to bring yourself back to this competence cycle, and they work in tandem with one another. One will help the other, and the other will help the other, and vice versa. So it's really important you understand that. But understanding it will hopefully get you, away from that dreaded word procrastination and in action. So hopefully that's useful. A very, very short episode today, but hopefully a very useful one. So as always, if you've got any questions on this, drop me a comment. I'll respond to everyone. If it's a bigger topic, I'll do a separate blog episode and tag you in. Do check out links in my bios where you can access my soon to be released blog and podcast, as well as the YouTube channel, so you can watch, listen or read my content, and also keep updated on the challenge, because we have to remember that the Runpreneur vlog was created to be on a mission to raise £1 million for children's charities, which is a truly amazing, huge target, and we're going to do that by run vlogging on consecutive days the distance of one lap around the planet, 40,075 kilometres. We're doing a minimum of 5k a day, and you know what, I'm even going to do it barefoot style. So all that's left to say is that the content that the Runpreneur vlog is about was always geared around helping people overcome the emotions of stress, overwhelm and anxiety by using exercise, or in my case running, as a release mechanism or a release valve to relieve those daily emotions, those daily pressures in the form of stress, daily weekly pressures, so that you can process what's going on, clearing your head, analyse, refocus, get clarity and move on. Okay, if you don't have that process in your life, whether it's exercise that gives you that, whether it's reading, whether it's meditation, yoga, whatever, if you don't have that release mechanism, these pressures and daily and weekly pressures build up like pressure does in a pipe. And then if you don't release it, those stresses will evolve to overwhelm. You have too many stresses to process, so you start freezing, thinking, how do I cope? And then overwhelm will evolve to anxiety, which is where you get kind of panic attacks and anxiety attacks, and you're in the world of mental health challenges, which clearly you want to avoid. And you get to that stage, the pressure builds up so high, the pipe will burst. So it's pressure burst pipes. And in that situation, either you or your business, if it's to do with the business, will break down. And 1 in 10 businesses succeed. That's a pretty damning stat, and this is one of the main contributors to why that figure is so low. Now, I've been there. Okay, I've lost multiple businesses because of this. I've lost multiple business partners, and I've almost been bankrupt. So I know what it's like. Okay, and it's a horrible, horrible dark place, and I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. But it's no coincidence that over the past 10 months of doing my running vlog, which is my release mechanism, I've made more progress than in the previous 4 years. So hopefully there's enough social proof that this stuff really works. So my pledge to you is that if you are somebody who's struggling with this stuff, drop me a message, okay? There's no catch here. I'm not selling anything. Everything Runpreneur is pure value giving and charity awareness fundraising. There's no catch here at all. I'll jump on a call with you. I'll give you a few hints and tips, and that I know are transferable to your life, that will hopefully get you back on the right path. Now, many have taken me up on this already, and I know we've made a really positive difference to so many people's lives. As I always said, that if this vlog just saves one person or one business, it's been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So, all that's left to say is, if you like this episode, please give it a like, a comment and a subscribe, whichever platform you're viewing it on. If you want to see similar content, do check out the playlist link. Go to the link in my bios, go to whichever platform you want to watch, and everything's got a playlist link, so you'll be able to access content which is relevant to you, which hopefully will help. And all that's left to say is, as always, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow.